Hello everyone, welcome back to another Magic the Gathering Commander review video. You'll notice I've kind of changed some of my formatting, my editing. Obviously, you're already looking at the Commander we're reviewing today. A lot of stuff has changed just to help with making video edits a little smoother in the future, so trying this out. Anyway, welcome back to the Legends set. We're about halfway through the set as far as like alphabetical letters go, and today we're talking about Jacques Vert, I think is how you pronounce the name. I don't know, let me know in the comments below. Oh, and as always, as is tradition, I forgot to pull up the current like errated information and all that jazz. There we go. Jacques is right there. Is a 3/2 legendary human warrior that costs 1 colorless, 1 white, 1 green, and 1 red mana to play. This creature has only 1 ability, and it's all your green creatures get +0, +2. So very straightforward, very simple. And you'll also notice that as I'm going through this new style that I'm doing for like making these videos, when I go to the card rulings, some of these pages will just be blank because some of the cards won't have rulings. Jacques does have one, and it's just to remind you as the player that Jacques' ability does apply to himself. He does get the +2 to his toughness, so he's actually a 3/4 all on his own, which is really cool. Card that synergizes with Jacques. I picked Hornet Nest. I just recently played a couple matches with a friend who uses Hornet Nest and was able to like make a bunch of hornets by blocking a really big creature. All that fun nonsense. So giving it the extra 2 toughness to kind of give it some stability against smaller attackers and stuff is nice, and it is applicable to one of the deck ideas that I have as well. As far as the decks go, the deck that it is in, actually I don't have this card yet, but the deck that it's gonna go in is a multicolored Matters deck in the Naya colors, which is white, red, and green. So I have cards like Tome the Guild Pact to give you card advantage when you cast multicolored spells. Multicolored spells will get more power and toughness based on their colors, with Knight of New Alara, and Falaji, or Fayaji, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Wayfarer, will allow your multicolored spells to have Convoke, which is really nice. Really fun, I can't wait to play this deck. Of course, by giving all of your green creatures 2 more toughness, this would be a great Enrage mechanic. Enrage, if you don't know, was made in the original Ixalan set, so like the Siegehorn Ceratops in the middle has Enrage. Whenever it's dealt damage, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Every Enrage ability is different. So for example, Spore Web Weaver does not have the Enrage mechanic, but it does. It says whenever it is dealt damage, you gain 1 life and create a 1/1 green Saproling creature token. So the whole point of this deck is to have a bunch of green creatures, or green mixed with another color creatures, that give you benefits when they're dealt damage. And then you have tons of abilities like Pyrohemia is the best, which is an enchantment that for 1 red, you can deal 1 damage to each creature, each player. So for 1 mana, you can trigger all of your permanents Enrage abilities, which is really great. So oddly enough, this is like a white, red, green value deck, and it does it in such a really cool way. Like most value engine decks are like tap, untap abilities, or bouncing abilities, or graveyard shenanigans, and this one is like, it's its own unique take on like synergy and value engines, and I really love the way that these colors do that effect. So really fun deck. Obviously, this isn't the one that I'm putting the commander in, but I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. And then, of course, there is the iconic Toughness Matters archetype. Cards like Bedrock Tortoise and Huatli will allow your creatures to assign damage equal to their toughness rather than their power. And for the most part, all of your creatures are going to have a higher toughness, especially with Jacques' effect to raise toughness constantly. And then obviously Huatli gives you the benefit of gaining life equal to toughness. Bedrock Tortoise just has some great defense with hexproof. Abzan Beastmaster I thought was fun just because it is green, so it actually is a 2/3 instead of a 2/1, so it actually does have a higher toughness than its red. And it just gives you a nice little, let me see, I get draw a card, right? At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. Yeah, so it gives you a nice little card advantage when you're playing with high toughness creatures. So, fun deck idea. Probably the weakest of these, in my opinion, but there's so many good Toughness Matters cards. The only problem is you don't have blue, which has a lot of other Toughness Matters stuff. So it's replaced with red. So, not the strongest of the Toughness Matters colors, but you could probably do a lot of fun stuff with it. And that is going to be Jacques Le Vert. Good defense, strong commander. The thing that I like most about Jacques is that it is immediate value as soon as you play this card. Because as soon as you play it, everything is going to get that +2 toughness. Very similar to Arcades Sabath in regards to that. However, it is not the strongest of this archetype. Like I said earlier, when you're doing like Toughness Matters related stuff, the band colors, white, blue, and green, are much stronger than Naya, red, white, red, and green when it comes to Toughness Matters. But I think you could do a lot of fun stuff. Of all the commanders I've reviewed in this set, this one's pretty high up in my books, and I like it a lot. So let me know what you think down below about some of these deck ideas, what would you do differently. If you enjoy this and you want to see more, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll hit you in the next one. It's been a long day, guys. I've been doing a lot of recordings, which is good, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!